I sure hope it does.
Don't exclude trans men when you say all men suck. We also suck. We're just not cis.
My name is Austin, and this is my voice one day on T.
My name is Austin, and this is my voice 1 year on T.
Have you ever had a Krispy Kreme? Have you ever gone to Krispy Kreme? Was it crispy?
No.
Yeah, right.
Oh, by the way, I'm trans. You want to be a woman? Do I look like I want to be a woman? You want to wear ladies' clothing? You're a lady? I call you she. Should I call you she? Yeah? Do you know what? You're right, yeah. I'm becoming a woman. Easier for a minute.
I have a question. Who gave cis people the audacity? Taj, what did a cis person do to you this time? I'm glad you asked. So a couple months back, I was coming back home from a pre-op for my top surgery. Now, I am a can't drive gay. So, even though this was a couple towns over, I had to take the bus back home. And when I get on, the bus driver looks me up and down, and then he goes, "Good evening." Now, first of all, I'm just trying to get home. And second of all, I'm a little shy. So when I respond back, I respond like, "Good evening." And I guess he didn't hear me because he responded back saying, "I said good evening." And I was like, "Bro, golly, calm down. I said it back. You just didn't hear me." So anyway, he's trying to make his little conversation. And I'm not really having it because I'm just trying to sit my ass down. But then he says to me, "You're a girl, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, nah, man. Nah, I'm a dude." Mans goes quiet, looks at me for a second, and then goes, "Well, you have a soft voice like one." Huh? Like...
Are you a closeted trans boy? Do you need help passing? Here are some tips from your trans big brother. I can't promise these will all help with your dysphoria, but maybe they'll ease it a little bit. So, if you can't cut your hair, you can always pull it back into a ponytail, flip it forward, and then put a beanie on. That way it looks like you have bangs. Baggy clothes are your best friend. Sweatshirts and baggy jeans hide almost everything. Curves, breasts, femininely shaped thighs, everything. And if you're worried about there being a small bump where your chest is, keep in mind that it's normal to have a slight curve. Don't go for board flat, that's unrealistic. Do not bind with ace bandages, that's very dangerous, and don't do it. If you're in a position where you can't get a binder, there are some ways you can makeshift one with a tank top, and you can also use tights. There are some guides online, but be careful. I still strongly recommend trying to get a binder if you can. For additional coverage of your chest, look for things that have giant stitched logos. They're really, really thick ones that don't bend very easily. Those are great. I hope those helped. I have a couple more. Let me know if you want to hear them.
This is a put a finger down challenge, but I don't tell you why you're putting your fingers down till the end of the video. This will be a multiple part series, so yeah. Put a finger down if you are cisgender. Put another finger down if you are heterosexual. Put a finger down if you have brown hair. Put another finger down if you have brown eyes. Put a finger down if you're Caucasian. Put a finger down if you have a dog. Put a finger down if you have siblings. Put a finger down if your parents are still together. Put a finger down if, like, your family lives in the middle class or upper middle class. Put a finger down if you go to a public high school. Put another finger down if you would describe yourself as not popular but well known. Put a finger down if your 3 shoe choices are Converse, Vans, or Adidas All-Stars. Put a finger down for each of those. So if you're Vans, put a finger down, All-Star, you get it. If you have more than 5 fingers down, congratulations, you are the main character.
A lot of young trans people are binding for the first time, and that's fantastic, but I need you to lower your expectations because you're going to hurt your feelings and your body. When you bind, the tissue on your chest is getting redistributed. It is not going anywhere. This means that only people with very small chests and a specific body type are going to achieve this, like, completely flat, masculinized look. Most people still have significant chests. It is not the fault of your binder. It is not the fault of you. That's just how life works. It is physically impossible to be completely flat for almost everyone. I see a lot of people talking about how GC2B or Spectrum doesn't make them as flat as they should be. And actually, they do for most people. For the vast majority of people, they work exactly as well as they can while being safe. Please stop comparing yourself to people with completely different body types than yours, and also realize that binding and styling a bound chest is a skill you have to build up over time. You guys look great.
Bruh, I swear, it's always the people that are your friends, or that consider themselves allies, that say the most offensive shit ever. Back in college, I met this girl in my biology class, and we would talk like every day in class. And she would always like randomly bring up this trans guy that she had met online that she talked to every day that was like her best friend. And when I met her, I was already like a year and 5 months on T, so I didn't have to keep coming out to people. I could like play it stealth if I wanted to. And I decided she was like cool enough to come out to because she would always tell me about her trans friend and I'd be like, alright, shit, I might as well tell her. So one day I was like, oh, by the way, I'm trans. And she was like, oh, I knew already. And I was like, really? And then she was like, yeah, I can tell because you have the tranny voice. And you have a low brow bone too. Like, usually people born female have a really low brow bone. Like, bitch, if you don't...
This is a list of habits I'm convinced I only have because I was blessed enough to live the first 20 years of my life as a woman. First one's a big one here. Moving out of the way when you're about to run into somebody on the sidewalk. So please don't come into this comment section saying not all cis men will, push you off the sidewalk like that. I know, I understand that. Not all cis men were raised to take their space in that way. But I do think generally as a society, we teach men to unapologetically take their space, and then we teach women to submit to that. The next is that I have a trash can in my bathroom. And for a long time, I didn't realize that a lot of cis men wouldn't need to have a trash can in their bathroom. So actually within the past year, I had a friend over and she's a cis woman and she was very surprised that I had a trash can in my bathroom and she thanked me because not a lot of cis men do. And so she's always like, where do I dispose of my feminine hygiene products? Also, I just burn a lot of candles. Don't know that I could really explain this one with my transness, but they smell nice, they look nice, more cis men should do it.
Hi, welcome to the weird stuff that happens on testosterone.
A friend sent me this video and I really want to add to the list. I've been on testosterone for like a year and a half almost. Oh my god. Anyway, here's some weird stuff that happens that a lot of people don't know about whenever trans guys go on testosterone or non-binary people, whatever, if you go on testosterone. For context, I did shots for like 10 months and now I'm on gel. So this person already mentioned you smell different. Not just like your sweat. Your pee smells different. Like stronger, it smells different. You will get greasier hair a lot faster. You grow a little tiny, yeah, I have a video about that if you're interested. And yes, you can't cry for a while. I literally couldn't cry for 3 months when I went on testosterone. I can definitely cry now though, definitely. Sometimes you get really hungry because you're like going through puberty or really tired or really energetic. Body hair, and I mean everywhere, like ass hair. It's long. This is probably way too personal, I don't care. Mood swings because puberty, growing pains and aches because puberty. Depending on how old you are and how like your body is made, you can get a bigger shoe size or taller. You're like 2 inches, I mean height. And well, let me know if you want a part 2.
Somebody messaged me and asked what I recommend for first getting your hair cut short, so this is what I did. I'm making the assumption that you are 1, a trans guy, and 2, white. I'm very sorry if I'm wrong about either of those. Hairdressers are not your friend, but I'm going to show you how to modify the haircut that they will give you. For my first haircut, I used this reference photo and this one, and it came out looking like the picture. What you do if you want to make it look more masculine is 2 things. Number 1, there's going to be little triangle-shaped pieces in front of your ear. You want to cut that straight off. I do it in front of the little triangle piece of your ear. Just cut it straight across. Trust me. Number 2, the hair is going to be pointy towards your mouth or along your jawline. Brush it all forward, and there's going to be a V-shaped point. Cut it off. Look at a tutorial first though, don't just cut straight across, but you want to make it flat. Trust me, it'll work. That's how mine came.
Merch available at tiktokbunny.live/merch. Shop now.